Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna go and give my thoughts on Ash's latest video. It's bad. Something's wrong in Raid Shadow Legends. If you haven't watched it, go and see his views maybe first. If you agree with him, if you agree with me, you can comment down below on your thoughts. But honestly, guys, I kind of share his own thoughts, and I've got my own opinion as well about Raid and where it's at in 2025 going into 2026. Honestly, a few days and it's July, so we're going to be closer to 2026 than anything. But thinking about Raid as a game that's been ongoing for so many years, I kind of think it's not going to last, guys, for another 5 years as a game. If they continue doing so, they're going to lose out on a ton of their player base, and it's going to be because of their own fault. So Ash here talks about, basically in his video, he talks about how Raid has fallen off in terms of the interest. This always happens, by the way, during summer. It's not something that is new. Both in YouTube views, also those drop because, well, basically the audience, you guys, you've got other stuff to do, right? I have other stuff to do in the summer. Like, I want to enjoy my time a little bit more. I don't have literally, I am not even joking. The amount of time you need to spend in the game is outrageous. All right, it's literally like having a part-time job. And I'm a content creator, guys. I can't even imagine working an 8-9 hour job plus commute plus everything, and then also having to spend additionally like 4 hours minimum 4 hours per day to do everything. There's no way you don't need 4 hours to do everything that the game requires you to do right now. This is my biggest problem with the game, that steals from the joy that I have from the game. Just thinking about all the things that I have to do in terms of dailies and stuff just makes me want to not do anything, literally, because I think it's just gonna be like an extreme, time sink when they have such an opportunity to improve the game. They just fall off continuously, guys. They've given us ways to cut down on the time spent on the game, but they don't really implement it as they should. So, for example, the most recent addition that should have been big is the background multi-battle. So this thing here, you just send in your team and it does the fight. Why am I not able to do arena at the same time while I'm doing that? Why can't I do double the amount of dungeons? Like, send one team here, send one team here. As long as the champions are not the same, why am I not able to do this? Because of their way of implementing this, which was very basic, they basically limited us to just watching our screens for whatever the duration of time that goes. And if you close the game, the battle ends. If the game crashes, the battle ends. All right. If your team fails, you don't get a notification. There's so many things that could have been improved by this. That just makes me mad as a player, because I'm a player too, guys. I'm not just a content creator who just gives you guys news and stuff and teams to play with for the game. I still enjoy the game on my own way. I might not enjoy it as a brand new player where everything is exciting because I have all these champions now. I've basically solved most of the parts of the game. I'm saying solved because I have teams that can do like the latest dungeon stage at the fastest time and stuff like that. That is how you solve, the puzzles that the game has. But my biggest problem is the time sink. They've done nothing to push on how the game can be used as a way to use your champions the best way possible to do PvP. Let's say somebody is really into PvP. They don't utilize what they have as a way to promote that. They've done 0 tournaments. They've done 0 friendly tournaments. They've mentioned friendly battles, but that has been in discussion for years and years and years. They have all these ways to improve the game, and they do basically nothing, or they'll do them too late. Like the super raids were introduced into the game for Doom Tower and Faction Wars many years before we had them in dungeons. Okay, I don't understand why they thought that would have been the way to go. It makes 0 sense to me. The clan boss Quick battles. This I said this exact way to this exact thing has been said to the developers, and I've said it also to them many times before. We need instant battles coming into the game. This was added minimum 2 3 years after I ever saw a mention of this being added into the game. But if you consider all of these new things that are constantly added into the game, these add on top of the time spent for the players. And it exhausts players to have all these time requirement to do all your daily quests, then you do all your advanced quests, then you have to go and do classic arena. I know players who have still not been playing for years and still not finished their great hole bonuses, area bonuses. No chance, no chance you'll be able to complete these. No way, absolutely no way, unless you are literally not doing anything else throughout the day. Honestly, you need to be doing live arena all day to finish that. Obviously, it's not realistic to finish it, but what I'm saying is, guys, is that if they wanted us to focus more on PvP, they should have added ways to reduce our time spent in the game so we can actually focus on PvP. Make PvP more interesting than it is. I don't find it that interesting anymore because of the lack of variety, even on my account, for champions that I can use and teams that I can use. After a while, it becomes basically using your top maybe 10 champions, and that's it. It's just basically the same thing. Each season, in my opinion, should have been here instead of just calling it a season. It should have been something along the lines of, let's say, maybe X faction has now more power in this way. Make it interesting. There's so many things that you can make interesting just to maybe boost um the popularity of a specific faction. Imagine if they made Ogrin tribes now do double damage or something. Wouldn't that bring in way more excitement than anything? Because Ogrin tribes are notoriously a little bit weaker. I'm not going to talk about Gizmak. Okay, he's strong, but for the majority of accounts, it would have been very interesting to see these champions pop up. Like, I know Cold Brawler can hit really hard with his A2. Imagining that being able to one-shot mythicals, like just go through Stone Skin and just destroy it, that would have been amazing. But these things just go through the developers and they don't follow up. I think the problem with that is bigger than just not the developers wanting to improve the game. I don't think it's that. I think it's just that the the developing team, maybe Plime, has become such a huge team in the sense of a decision that is placed by the person who has the most interest in improving the game has to go through layers and layers of approvals that it nothing goes through for years. And that is a problem of big games like Diablo, like Activision Blizzard games. Those have become really all about making money and not so much about pleasing the consumers, the players. So that is one of their bigger problems, and that's why other games have been much better than what Blizzard has been releasing. It's gonna be the same thing with Pliant and Raid, right? If they fall off in terms of making those decisions quicker and just being at least tied with competition, because there's other games in this genre of champion accumulation, champion collecting heroes, whatever it's called, the RPG games that we play, collection RPGs. It's frustrating to say the least. Okay, the falling of interest of creators in terms of making content, I can just justify that in as people moving on, right? It doesn't mean that if you start making videos in the game, you're going to be doing this forever. There's players who stop playing the game. It's the same thing with creators. With the game where it's going at the moment, I think we're not going to see Raid surviving in 2030. There's actually games out there that do survive for years, like 10 years, but I don't see Raid surviving another 5 years if they keep on going and losing players. I've had players send me message if I want their account or something, and I say no, I don't have a use for your account. So like players are quitting, and it's obvious, especially when Raid is not implementing things that make sense. Like the quality of life updates really should be making sense. The new content that they should be adding, that the newest content is hard faction wars. For me, I lost interest so quickly. It's insane on how faction works, and I think the biggest reason is because I also have to do tag arena, which I absolutely hate tag arena. It's like doing 3 classic arena battles times 5. I need to do 15 classic arena battles every single day in order to get my tokens for faction wars. It's part of the whole daily quest thing. It just becomes so annoying that this mode, which is a complete disaster, is tied to the newest mode, which is faction wars. Okay, and then faction wars is also tied into the quality of your champions, and then moving gear all the time, which moving gear also, they're gonna bring in the free removal item, silver removal item. They're gonna do that for 1 hour a day. That's something, but it is still not anywhere close. Like, I had 200 million silver before faction wars hard. Now I have 24. Just to get an idea on how much silver I've been spending upgrading my gear and just moving stuff around. Moving stuff around takes like 2 million off if you don't have the item from Curse City. Just takes 2 million just to move the gear around. It's crazy. I think they add stuff for no reason at all. Like the leaderboards. I don't understand why these exist here. Like, I know crypto and these guys, they are huge whales. Maybe it's for them. Like, if these guys spend 1 million each on the game and they want to see their account name up at the top, I guess more power to you guys. But this gives nothing to me. Like, and I would consider me, well, not an average player, but not a player who spends all of their time in the game. I don't do every single quest every day. I don't do all my weeklies all the time, my monthlies. I don't do these um every single day, because these, again, sometimes I don't have the time to do them. So it's insane on what things are added into the game and what things are still skipped. One thing I've mentioned to Plarium many times, just to add as a quality of life thing, is, for example, when you have a chance to apply a debuff, I told them, guys, if I have this upgrade here through my masteries, all right, this here, sniper, why doesn't this add on top of here? So once I click here, it should have done 50 plus 5%. Why don't you do that? I mean, it's not the end of the world if you do it. Like here, why it does it right still? Why is it still 75% chance when I have the additional 25 here? So it's 25. It should have said 75 plus 25. I've tried to explain this so many times, and the barrier to understand this, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just confusing to me on how on how the developers think, on how this is not added into the game yet. It's just, it's baffling, to say the least. It just frustrates me more that this still exists. This is part of, like, World of Warcraft had this, and World of Warcraft is, I don't know, 30 years old by this point. No, it's not. It's like 20 years old or something, but maybe actually less than 20. I'm not sure, but it is an old game, and it had that. So I can understand on what they're doing. I still enjoy the game on my own way, though. Like, sometimes when there's something new that's challenging to me, in terms of like the new event dungeon is challenging and new. It is frustrating on how different the difficulty is from level 29 to 30, but it was challenging in the sense of, oh, I want to build a team for this one, and that was something that I wanted to do. But other than that, like, the new faction wars is just, oh, equip my stun sets now. Oh, I need to do HP burns. Oh, no weak hits. That's kind of annoying. But maybe it's just the summertime. Not wanting to be spending 5 hours a day on a game. We're just struggling through to push faction wars. Maybe once summer is a little bit over, I'll get the the excitement back into pushing faction wars. But overall, I think the game is very polished. Like, there's no other game right now, mobile game at least, which I don't call Raid a mobile game anymore. It's just impossible to play this on mobile and really play it. It's just gonna burn. It's gonna burn your battery if you play this game. The hours that it requires, so like having it on farm and stuff like that, it's just gonna burn your battery. So it's for what it is. Raid is top quality. Okay, it's just that they are very slow in responding to what the players want to see into the game. And I don't know if it's gonna fall off. I don't know if they plan on doing any of these events in the future, like what they had with Ronda, what they had with Ninja, what they do to bring in new players. I don't know if they're gonna do more of that. It's their thought process on bringing in new players to the game. I don't know if they're ever gonna do that. If not, it just means that they're cashing in from players, they're cashing in from whatever player base they have, and they're gonna move on to a next project in the next couple of years, and it just have Raid on the background, like have a team slowly develop stuff, slowly finish off the next new faction, slowly be adding champions, new mythicals. They're gonna add a void mythical in the future. It's gonna have maybe void primal shards, and it just it's one step after the other, and then that's how it's gonna go. I don't know. This was such a rant. I don't like rant videos, and I don't do them often anymore in the channel because it also brings down my desire to play the game when I do them. But I just thought that I wanted to agree with Ash's video. Really, I think Nubs also posted a video, but I saw it was that it was very long in terms of the duration, so I didn't watch that. But yeah, your thoughts also down below, guys. Thank you all. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.